Hey, Tammy.
Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you guys are. We're just going to ground. We're listening to some calm music. If you need a coffee or a glass of water, we just want you to come in, feel relaxed. This is going to be a rest break in your day. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome everyone. Hi, James.
Hey, Tammy.
Can you guys hear our quiet music in the background?
Morning, Tammy.
Oh, good morning, Lisa. How awesome you're here. I was listening to your interview last night before bed. It was beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad to be here. Looking forward to it.
Oh, this is the energy in this room today is going to be extraordinary.
Hey, Tammy, how you doing? From
Hey.
Estonia.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
That's awesome.
I'm happy to be here.
Oh, we're happy to have you. Just beautiful souls that are in this space today. So
Good morning, Tammy and everyone.
oh, hi, Karen. Nice to see your gorgeous face again.
Good morning. Bonjour, Tammy.
Oh, my goodness.
Hi, everyone.
All these beautiful souls that I love. So we're just grounding. We're just you say hello. You can go into the chat and say good morning. We really want today to just feel like a rest break, not something that is heavy or fast paced. So just really nice and relaxed, and just our head and hearts uniting. You are all private invitation to come because we know your hearts and souls are all in the same vibration and vision to raise the collective consciousness for ourselves and our children, and to create a better world for people, plants, and animals. So we're just asking anybody if you want to go get a drink or a glass of water, get your cozies on, a tea. We're just waiting for everybody to come in. Welcome, welcome everyone who's here. James, would you be interested in doing a breath exercise for us while we're listening to the music and waiting for Sylvia to join us?
Sure, I'd be happy to, more than happy to do so.
Okay, awesome.
Perfect. Okay, so this is going to be a simple 2-minute breathing exercise. So I'll do the counting and you do the breathing. And the breathing pattern, we're going to take just 10 simple breaths. We're going to inhale through our nose for the count of 4, pause for a second, and then exhale slowly through our mouth for the count of 6. So 10 simple deep breaths. Set the intention. You're going to ground, and you're going to bring you out of time and back into the present moment. And if you want to close your eyes, even more benefit as well.
Awesome.
So let's first take a deep breath in. Inhale. And exhale. Let's begin. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Eyes open, everybody. Please come back to this level of reality.
Awesome. Thanks, James.
Thank you, James.
You're welcome.
Welcome, everybody. And I'm glad that we were able to get grounded first before we begin. And actually, while my eyes were closed, we had a few more people join. So let's have them come on in with us. We have here a very unique group because we are all educators and here for the youth and here for our future generation. And I want to bring to you some really, really, really valuable and uncomparable information that you're about to hear, because I actually met Tammy about a year and a half, 2 years ago. And when we met, our conversations were like immediate, comet in the sky, because while she was doing her magical, her magic in the classroom, I was doing something very similar in my family, my 3 kids, in raising 3 kids to become, very entrepreneurial, very passionate, and very future thinking. I realized there's actually a way around calling what we call this training. And when I talked to Tammy and she talked to me about how she teaches her children, I was like, this is going to be so impactful. And when I learned that it's called Kindergarten Masterclass, and this is all hero intelligent learning, and I was just so blown away that I couldn't resist not working with Tammy. And so for that reason, I am so honored here to be able to introduce you to Star Hero Academy, which is our training platform. We founded this group to be able to bring all educators into a same universe so we can all share our own wheelhouses, our own geniuses, and be able to contribute to the movement that we're trying to work to put together in the world. And so Tammy is our hero intelligence teacher. She is in Ontario, Canada. I am based out of Los Angeles, California, and we have 3 other Star Hero founders. 2 will be joining us. Joshua Finch is here, as well as Simon Wolfson is here. We can't wait to actually meet each of you, but for the purpose of moving forward with this open house presentation, questions in the chat room. So we will be recording this. So if you would also wait for any open questions at the end, we will bring everybody back on as guests to share and comment. Any questions before we start though? No? Awesome. All right. Without further ado, Tammy, welcome to the stage so you can share your wisdom and experience with us.
I just wanted to say a thank you to James for that beautiful breathing and breath exercise. And James, I did my homework this morning. You would have been proud of So I did that with the weights. And Sylvia, thank you so much for the introduction. And you're going to see, I met Sylvia in person when I actually went to California for the taping of the documentary series that I'm going to be in, or that I was in. So that's how our lives connected. And like many of you on here, it was magic when we first talked, and it felt like sisterhood or brotherhood immediately. So welcome, 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 everyone. I'm so honored to have your hearts and souls here gathered together. And we're going to go through the journey. I want this to be a beautiful experience for you, a rest break in your day. So just relax, put your feet up, enjoy, have a cup of tea, and enjoy the journey with us. So the first thing is I am, we are, right? We are one. But before we can become part of the collective consciousness, we have to take care and serve ourselves, because this is where it starts, right? Peace begins with me, and then we can bring the peace into the group and to the collective consciousness. So together we can create powerful changes for children, and that's why we are all here together. And you've been called. So the open house agenda, the heroes to-do list, of course, I brought my toys with me, all the things that make me happy. And the first heroes to-do list on the list is D for dog. And we love dog, and love teaches us to love ourselves first, before others, before our community, and before our world, because this is the first place. And so we have to make sure that we ourselves as educators, teachers, parents, take care of ourselves, and we bring the calm within ourselves first before we can offer it to children. The second beautiful little guy that I love to bring forward is unicorn. And what does unicorn do? Unicorn reminds us to inspire one another. And so all of you guys have so many wonderful gifts to share within the community, and we want to feel inspired by what you have. I'm not the only person here that has gifts to share, obviously. We all do, and we are all geniuses. And that's why I was glad James was able to lead with his superpower, because I could never do what he just did so magically and beautifully. The next one is our beautiful little mouse that I bring into the classroom. And this is, mouse is small but mighty, right? So I say to children, you might be small, but you can do small things with great impact. And all of us, if we're over 7 billion people on the planet, if we all just did one thing, picked up one piece of garbage, we could transform all of that in a moment. So it's not about one person doing all the heavy lifting and work. It's about all of us coming as a collective whole and sharing and adding value. And so how can we serve, and how can we work as a team and teach children to work in collaboration to support us as well? And then the next and the final one is T for truth. We want to show up with truth, trust, and integrity, right? And so this morning I picked a card. I haven't picked these cards, and it's Don McGill Ruiz's The 4 Agreements. And I thought, oh, I wonder what card's going to show up today. And I loved it. It was absolutely perfect. It was called Always Do Your Best. And I thought, of course. This is the card. It says your best is changing all the time. So again, there's compassion to what our best is, but that's when we start Kindergarten Masterclass, is we ask children to show up for that 50-minute block to do their very best. So your best will depend on whether you are refreshed in the morning or tired at night. Your best will be different when you are happy as opposed to upset, or healthy, or opposed to sick. Under any circumstances, simply do your best, and you will avoid self-judgment, self-abuse, and regret. What a beautiful card this morning that showed up. And so again, I just want to take a look at truth was, yeah, that was it. Oh, truth. I didn't do truth. Truth is bird. And so I've got my feather here to represent bird, and bird represents the truth of who we are, being authentic. And so if you have a little bird, you want to bring that to class, you could do that as well. And for me, this is representing my goose and the dove that hit my window on 11/11/11. At the moment of silence, that was my hero's call to action. So what's on the agenda today is our welcomes. We've got our masterclass. You're going to take a look at the program, the methods, models, and materials. There's an opportunity for all of us to work together collaboratively and share our genius, our gifts, our jewels, our magic, our expertise. Then we have a website that we're going to be showing you a little sneak peek of what's coming up, and then open discussion. So we can ask questions and share at the very end. So if you have anything to say in the chat, you can go ahead and do that. Otherwise, just enjoy the presentation. So this is our very first open house, taking education to a whole new universe. And this is my little video that I had met Sylvia in California with The Awakening. It was a play off of the movie The Secret. If any of you guys heard or seen that movie, this is what happens 15 years later. And when you use the law of attraction and use these tools in the classroom, in your life, to co-create and raise your vibration, and what you're thinking about, feeling about, you're attracting about. So that was our little video. And if you wanted to ever see that, I could share that with you guys as well. So Kindergarten Masterclass, what is the opportunity here? Your hero's journey to transformation. So how this all started for me is I was in a really unique situation where I was offering prep to teachers, and they were giving me the subjects they hated the most because it was so chaotic and mayhem. And I thought, oh boy, I will not be able to survive if I have to do 3 kindergarten gym classes back to back, and where it's the kids don't have calm, it's just crazy in there, and ice and injuries. And I thought, I'm gonna have to really get good at this, because 30 kindergarten children don't know how to be calm. And the early childhood educators that I was working with enjoyed it so much that they were always abandoning me to go to the bathroom and take children to the bathroom. So I was by myself with 30 kindergarten children in a gym. So I thought, this is an opportunity, right? When you're presented with challenges, opportunities are what manifest and grow. So am I grateful for it? Absolutely, because that's how Kindergarten Masterclass was born. Chaos in the classroom is what I was experiencing. So what we've done is we've put these beautiful little characters, monster, and it's one way. A lot of times you'll hear teachers identify children as behaviors, problems, and make them an example in the classroom. I never do that. We use a little character called Monster, and Monster is angry, sad, scared, miserable. And our job as a whole class with my 4- and 5-year-olds is to help Monster become the best monster he can be and find his peace and calm. So going from miserable monster to marvelous monster. And so why reinvent the wheel? Why have to do all these things? I have so much beautiful wisdom and gifts and jewels to share with the world. And I was creating this in my own unique classroom. And my gift to all of you guys is to be able to expand this and share this around the world. But I also know that you guys have so much to share and scaffold on top of this program. So that's where the opportunity is here. So just imagine a world that believed every child was created with a unique and special intention, a generation that understood each life was designed for greatness, and every child knew they were perfectly handcrafted, prepared to pursue meaningful work, and encouraged to explore their fiery passions. So just for a moment, I want you to close your eyes. And what would it look like and sound like and feel like? What kind of world would it feel like to create heaven on earth, or to create this small little utopian world within your own home or in your little classroom? And that's where my dream began. I wanted to change the whole world, but it started first with my inner world. And then it moved into my classroom world. And today, the opportunity is to get this out into the greater world with each and every one of you. So the opportunity is to have your level 1 kindergarten masterclass program with me to go through 10 months, and even the opportunity to partner what you do in collaboration with what I'm going to be doing in the classroom, and us learning and growing and building this together, scaffolding for the next 10 months. So that's what the opportunity is, to become a Hero Intelligence Teacher certified and to get Kindergarten Masterclass, the program and the materials and the resources implemented and brought into wherever your country, community, classroom, home is. So we are Hero Intelligence teachers. We don't teach subjects, we teach children to love learning, believe in themselves, work in unity with others, and discover their superpowers. So that's really the vision and mission of what Kindergarten Masterclass is. And a lot of times when I went into the school system, it was, we teach subjects, and we forgot that we were there to champion and teach the souls and the minds and the hearts of these beautiful children. And at the end of the day, they are my greatest teachers. They teach me more how to remember who I was and how to have fun and raise my own vibration. So I always say, you are my master teachers, right? You are the 98% geniuses. Miss Valiers is only the 2% now, because I've forgotten and lost my way, and I'm trying to come back to my genius through all of you. So I say the hero in me sees the hero in you. We are all master students. We are all master teachers. So I can give you the support and the language on how to do that and implement. So Kindergarten Masterclass, raising little heroes that are motivated with all their hearts to help heal the world using their heads and hands. So I champion them, right? I'm not there to do everything for them. I'm there to invite them to use their heads, hands, and hearts to help. So again, how can they add value is what helps them feel proud and honored, and also helps them dig within themselves what there is to offer and what they have to offer. And that's how they build self-esteem, self-worth, self-confidence, and self-motivation. So here's our team. So I'm going to take a rest break. You guys have had an opportunity to meet me. I'm going to invite our other master fellow Star Hero Academy team members to come in and say hello. Unfortunately, Amit's not able to be with us. He's not in the country, but he's with us in our hearts. So who would like to go first? Sylvia, do you want to just say hello? I know you already said hello. Or maybe we'll start with Joshua, because he's at the top of our talent dynamics and he's our creator. So we'll go maybe in the order of our formation.
Hello,
Joshua.
hello.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, sorry, I'm on an iPad, so thank you so much. Thank you for your wisdom and your brilliance, and thank you for all that you've done for us as a team and just bringing us all together. And it's been a privilege working with you and learning with you. And I'm actually here at a Montessori school, and we're implementing it here. So we're sharing the good news with everybody. And really for me, so magic, really, that's the biggest thing that's in my brain right now, is it could be all summed up in is magic. Is we've all come together, we all have this heart passion to really be the change we wish to see in education. And of course that grows into the world, because when we start with the little kids, that's going to grow into our whole community. So magic, met Tammy, met the team, we all came together, we all took our values, our gifts, and put them into a system. Tammy has the V model, which helps us put it all in a system and stay in harmony. And it started to grow from there. And now we're at a point where we really want to share it with everybody, because it's at that point. So we're really excited that you're all here to listen. And if there's anything else, I feel like I'm complete.
That's awesome. Joshua is our creative brain. So if you look at Genius U and Talent Dynamics, Joshua's at the top because he's the artist brain and the creative intelligence. And he's a creator, a mighty, beautiful, passionate creator. And if we go down over to the side, Sylvia is our blaze. She's our supporter in our team, and she's one heck of a supporter. This girl is always there to lend a hand, and we're so grateful to have her. And Joshua, brilliant. How exciting to have you all the way in Florida at the new Montessori school. So we're so blessed to have you and all your team there too. Sylvia, do you want to go ahead?
Yeah, so you guys already know me a little bit, and I am delivering the hero intelligence in the family as a parent, as an entrepreneur parent, and just seeing how it can help the youth right now. They need it the most to be able to be forward thinking and not have to worry about all the distractions that are happening. They are in good control because of knowing their own brilliance and even discovering their own compass cards that we will be talking, and that's part of something that we teach. That's a very critical part of the values method as the step one. So if you've already, had your compass card done before and know your spirit animal, please enter it in the chat so we can all see who we can find.
Oh, I love that. Yes, yes, yes. Please enter your spirit animal. Many of you have done your spirit animals and they are fun and playful, and it's our common language. So we do the animal dynamics. So awesome. So Simon, are you here? You are our tempo. He is time and place. He's the founder of 2 super schools here in Ontario. So I'm not sure if he's on.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, yay. Hey, Simon.
Yeah. Hey,
Welcome,
Hi,
welcome.
everyone. Thank you. Yeah, it's been a busy day, but I stepped out for a little bit. Yeah, as Tammy mentioned, I own a private school, and we're launching a second one in Burlington, Ontario, and I'm someone who's been in the field of education, private schools specifically, either as a teacher, administrator, guidance counselor, principal, owner for over 20 years. And my mission, the way I see it, is to help communities evolve and to bring out excellence in our children and in ourselves. And I've been recently talking, well, specifically with my daughter. I started the conversation of personal excellence and talking to her about what it would mean, like what does the word excellent mean? And she had her definition, and we talked a little bit about it. And I asked her, well, what would it take for a family to be excellent, right? And she had some thoughts, and I ran the idea by her of, well, wouldn't every person in the family have to try to be excellent for the whole family to be excellent? And so this idea of personal excellence to me is extremely powerful. And what I love about Tammy and the Star Hero Academy team and her methods and what we're developing together is that gives us a chance to try to look at the foundation of what a community, a strong, powerful, enlightened community would look like. And not to think so much about the academics, but what does it mean for children to care about each other, to care about themselves, to care about each other, to care about their classrooms. Like that will be the foundation of a powerful community, a powerful school, a powerful family. And so I'm so happy to be a part of this journey, and I want to contribute everything I can to it and just do the best I can to grow and learn through this experience. And so I'm really excited to be a part of this.
Wow, you guys can see how incredible our team is. And I mean, this is what happens when amazing, like-hearted, common vision people that come together. And Amit is just a power dad and professional as well. So that's how I met every one of you guys, and this team is, I saw how you guys were living it. And I love the example that Simon said when he asked his daughter, what would that look like? And how could we do that as our family? And this is it. If you look at everybody, we're living this truth. We're not talking one thing and then showing up differently. And that's what I love about this group and the magic that starts to happen when you say, let's come and play together. We didn't know where this was going to go a year ago when we all met. We didn't know where it was going to go when we met Karina and Rich, and we went on this journey with them with the New Heroes. But all this magic and synergy started to happen and evolve, and now we're here. And so that's where the opportunity is as well. So like I said, Emmett is a super dad. He's an amazing professional. His children were part of our Awaken Your Inner Hero book journey. And so he's just been an incredible mentor, supporter, and father. And so we miss him and we care about him, and we're glad he's on our team, and he is the CEO. So he's good with the business and the details of our business and company.
And actually, Tammy, speaking of business, since Emma is not here, I will do what he would do on behalf. And I'm going to attach the opportunity with all the details of what, becoming a hero intelligence teacher would be and would look like. But I don't want to interrupt the flow of Tammy's presentation. So look out in the chat for a PDF document to review that. Also, later on, if you can send me your email address, either through direct message, I will make sure that this replay will be sent back to you right after the event.
Wonderful, thank you. And this is what's so amazing, right? When you get to work with team and geniuses that are all strong in different areas, we all get to stay in our lane and we stay in flow, and everybody shares the baton and we pass it around and stay in our genius and our passion and our superpowers. So we just want to expand this team, and that's what that opportunity is for all of you guys to join us. So become a hero intelligence educator, right? Transforming learning environments one by one. So Genius, there was a NASA study that did a test, and they, by Ted Lang, I believe, George Lang there's a TED talk on it. And they were looking for geniuses, and they created an aptitude test that was easy enough for 4- and 5-year-olds to take the test. And so they went and tested 1,600 4- and 5-year-olds, and the results were that they were at 98% genius. And as they did this longitudinal study, and they tested them along the pathway, at age 10, they had dropped down to 30%, age 15 down to 12, and by age 30, that same group had gone down to 2% genius. So what happens to us through the system, through social media, through our own self-negative talk, through all those things, is we forget the truth of who we are. We lose our brilliance. We lose our brightness within ourselves. And this is about how do we come back? How do we find it ourselves? And then not to change children, but how do we help children grow in that brilliance and expand in that? That's going to be the thing. And what this is a pioneer project. We have to come together to figure this out. I don't have all the answers. Our team doesn't have all the answers, but together, collectively, we'd be able to, I think, make a really big impact. So what did I do? What's my superpower? One of my superpowers is seeing the big picture, being able to create methods and models, and taking really complicated subjects and translating them into tools, methods and models that are easy to translate to children. Because a lot of people learn this stuff at a very advanced level, and then they're like, well, now what? How do I break that down? Well, because psychology is my degree, my passion, visual arts is my specialty, and I am a creative brain like Joshua. I'm able to take all of that information, and I've got 25 years of teaching in the classroom, and to synthesize it. And this is what I'm good at. So what I bring to the team and what I bring to all of you guys are all these methods and models to be able to make learning easier, fun, and enjoyable for everyone. And we use a lot of the vibration levels, right? So V for vibration, and we want to change the collective consciousness. So what happened? What's my hero's journey? And we all have a hero's journey. We all have a story. But what happened to me was I was living very unhealthily. I had outer riches, inner poverty, and I was teaching in a class of grade 5, 6, and I had a dove hit my window on 11/11/11 at the moment of silence. That was my first spirit animal that woke me up, my call to action. From that experience, soon after, I wrote a book co-authored a book called Jeffrey Finds His Way, but the book came through me. I went through a writer's workshop, and I found, again, that when you partner with someone else, it's more fun and you can leverage each other's skills and talents. So I met Susan Rizzo, and she became my business partner on that. And we created a 6-year assembly program for a school that's still using our assembly program for 8 years now in our school community, which I benefit immediately from, because our community, even during COVID, was peaceful, harmonious, and a lot of the children in that learning environment, for me, it was 2 of the best years of my teaching career in 25 years because that foundation was laid. So then we go into a book where I met and expanded and connected with other visionaries, and it was called Dreaming Big, Being Bold with Paula Moran. And my chapter was called Big Dreams, Little Dreamers. And then the Compass of Life is the assembly program that I've been able to get into a school that's been there for 8 years. And we started something called Dragon's Dreamworks, where children get to use their voice and do good acts and kindness out into the world. And then I met Susan Howson and Jenny Fitzpatrick, and we created a book called Awaken Your Inner Hero, featuring 50 kid heroes across Canada. And we wanted to champion those children and give them a voice and a stage to speak and share their brilliance. And that's how I met Emmett, actually, and his daughter was in our book. So before we start, A is for adventure. We want learning to be fun, adventurous, curiosity, using our imagination, and playful. So when we enter this classroom, we are peaceful. I always say to my students, if you guys want to do this with me, I say, I am peaceful, and we show the peace sign. I am, or we are, loving, and we do the heart. We are happy, right? We find our joy. We are thankful. We are kind, so we do this. We are fearless. We are heroes, and then we say the hero in me sees the hero in you. So we have little strategies that we work with. The Hero Intelligence Teacher's mission, we teach children how to grow their miraculous minds, bodies, and hearts so they can go out to the world and make a transformational difference. That's our mission. Your purpose and passion is your superpower. So what's missing in school a lot of times is that we don't ask children these questions. We don't help them understand their gifts, their talents, their superpowers, their way, their why. We just inundate them with content and information and expectations and curriculum, but we don't connect it to life and learning. We don't help it to become relevant. And my students are so motivated, self-motivated, because I engage them, I involve them, I honor them, and I respect them. So these are some of the things that we do in Kindergarten Masterclass. These are some of the outcomes. So what does our classroom look like, right? What does it look like? It's calm, it has beautiful colors, it's not overstimulating and chaotic. What does it sound like, right? It's beautiful, it's peaceful, it's please and thank yous. What do we think like? We're a community that says, I can do it. What does it act like? We help one another. Hands are for helping, not for hurting. And so this becomes at the forefront of everything we do. And because teachers have such a busy day to do all their other duties, this is why this concentrated, this respite of 50 minutes in the classroom is so important, because it becomes super clear and it never changes. It's consistent and they form habits. So stillness and silence is a superpower that helps us to listen and learn so that we can then lead. My program is all about leadership, and I found out that's the one thing that students desire at 4 and 5 more than anything else. We all want to lead, and we don't want to be micromanaged 24/7. So it gives us a break and it gives them an opportunity. So other things: goal setting, mindfulness, meditation, optimistic thinking, problem solving, resilience, multiple intelligence, character development and strengths, emotional regulation, social skills, and self-confidence. These are all the things we focus on. Stories and stuffies. Children love their stuffies, so they connect with that. But I love my stuffies, as you can see. I still have my stuffies and my stories that I love to share. And so when we're talking to you as teachers, parents, and educators, it's about you bringing your inner child. It's you having fun. It's you using your imagination. So each animal has a master message. We all learn about the different animals. We help children understand fact and fiction, because animals, nature, getting children to connect with Mother Earth, all those things are so important to help them build awareness and want to give back, right? And care for our planet and one another. Like Simon said, right? Bringing this sense of community and excellence into the classroom and into our homes and schools. Each month we grow stronger in the following areas: self-management, self-awareness, social awareness, and relationship management. Kids aren't taught this. They don't know how to work and hang out with and interact with 30 other kindergarten kids. And we spend so much time on teaching them math and science and language and all the other things, but not enough on building that solid relationship foundation. So it's connection before correction, and that's where it starts with us as well. Self-regulation, life skills, virtues and values, health and wellness, safety, smart home, school, community, self-navigation with the compass points, hero habits, mindfulness, attributes of a healthy hero, leadership, personal growth and development. And that's where you guys are probably all thinking like, oh my gosh, my specialty is this. I could really add on this level. Because again, this program could definitely be upgraded with all of your genius and gifts as well. So meet the Hero Intelligence team. You guys all got to hear our story and how we moved together in collaboration and unity, but we're going to just get them involved because we don't want you just being the listener learner. And maybe you guys can add this in the chat as well, because we want you to participate in this as well. So the first thing is 5 questions to discover your superpower. So how do you discover your superpower? Right? We're going to go through this. Joshua, if you can talk the first one about who are your mentors, and everybody else who's participating, if you could put your mentors in the chat, that would be fantastic. So Joshua, do you want to come on board and talk about who you're?
Yeah, I'm here. Thank you. And I'm in the middle of school too, so we already started, so I'm having fun.
Oh, perfect.
Making it all work. Yes, it's perfect. So for me, my mentors, when I was younger, I was raised a lot with Jesus, and that's peace begins with me. And then even Gandhi, and then my newer ones are like Jim Quick and Vision McConney. And then of course, my mentor that I'm with all day long, which is you. I'm very grateful for you, Tammy. And those are just a handful of them. And of course they change a little here and there. Some of them are pretty anchored in, but those are mine.
So Joshua, would it be fair to say Walt Disney would be one of our favorite mentors as well, because we're two creative brains?
Ooh, and that makes me also think of Napoleon Hill and Ford and just all of the Think and Grow Rich community, because I really love the idea of what we do right now. But that's actually, I got very clear on my definite chief aim. And then when I met you, we were both speaking the same language, and you were like, okay, well, let's talk more. We need to talk. And then the network. So Napoleon Hill for sure, the mastermind principle. Yeah, and then Disney, of course, because stories, and I'm a cartoon artist, so I like drawing a lot too. So it's all visual communication, telling stories through cartoons. And then, of course, with our master teachers and animals, now we brought it all back to the earth and taking care of the sacredness of everything, the earth and us.
I love it, love it, love it. And that you can see everybody's probably going, yeah, I know them, that's for us too. So the other thing is now when we think about who our mentors are, that gives us a clue about what lights us up, right? So it's really important to understand that, right? Joshua and I when we first met, was like super twin. Like we had so many things in common. So what do I do better than anybody else, right? What is one of my superpowers? Well, I realize that I can take really complicated stuff like all those personal growth and development books and translate them down into fun tools, tips, methods, and models. So that's one of my superpowers. And that's why now I'm leading with the values method and models, because I was like, wow, I really honed in on what do I do really, really well? And now how can I offer it to others? How can I serve others with my gifts and my superpowers? And that's where the inspiration and the sharing comes from. So I'm going to go to the next person. Oh, thought we had, oh, sorry, there we go. So we're going to go into Sylvia. What do you get recognition for?
So I actually am starting to get recognition, not to say starting, but I'm getting more recognition now for anyone that's trying to work or raise kidpreneurs, and also anyone who's looking for ways to help in their community, because I do have lots of Facebook groups now in these two areas, and even now in person. So I really love, being recognized as the go-to person for these types of, strategies and opportunities.
Love it. Yeah, she's definitely a super mom. She's called the Mompreneurs Raising Kidpreneurs, and she's got a huge following now that everybody is. And Sylvia, honest to God, one of the power parents of the century. I've never seen 3 children that show up like her children show up in my life. And when I asked her what is her magic, she was able to bring it right down to calm. If you ever get to know and talk to Sylvia, she is calm. She's like, I don't think, Tammy, I ever remember raising my voice to my children. And I really believe that, because it's like, she's just got this beautiful, calm energy, and it comes through in her children, and it's magic.
Thank you, Tammy. I really appreciate that.
And Simon, what puts you in flow state? Oh, he might not be there. So,
No, I'm here. Sorry, I was muted.
Sorry,
I'm muting myself because there's saw working in the background and phones going off and.
No worries. We know you're building 2 schools, Simon, so we understand and appreciate you being here with us.
So, flow to me and getting into flow is like anything else. It's like discipline. It's like any skill you can think of. Getting into flow is a skill. And one thing that I like to practice is being in flow for the littlest, tiniest things. So if you can do something on a micro level, then you can do it on a macro level. And I actually talk to students a lot about that concept of micro and macro. There's a huge world outside of ourselves, and then there's this massive infinite world inside ourselves. So that concept. But as far as flow, like I try to get into flow when I'm brushing my teeth, when I'm doing my workouts, when I'm in everything. The more you practice it, the easier it is to get into flow. So I don't have a specific thing that gets me into flow. I choose to actively practice being in flow state.
Love it.
But of course, things like billiards or swimming at the beach or building something or, gardening, things like that will get me into flow state a little bit more naturally. But I try to actively, engage in flow state when I'm reading, in everything. And that's something I think kids need to practice and learn. Like there's no need for them to settle for reading 100 words a minute. Right? Like, what about 200? What about 800? Right? How do we improve and grow and evolve? And so flow state also opens up new learning. When you're in flow, you can learn more in like a 10-minute period than you would in 2 hours of doing something out of flow state. So there's a lot of times people plateau. I mean, it's natural, right? Like you're training to be a gymnast, you will plateau. And then there are things that will help you break through those plateaus. And when you can get into flow state, that helps you overcome those plateaus, those limiting beliefs, those blockages, all those things can be overcome through helping people develop their flow state skill. So, yeah.
And, I like to give fast little analogy. So you think of like turtles winning formula and losing formula, right? When turtle's on land, right, it's slow, it's painful to watch a turtle on land, but as soon as he gets into the water, right, a sea turtle, he is fast. So a lot of us, right, that's a flow state. And if you think of how we are working in a team and in collaboration, I get to stay in my flow, Joshua gets to stay in his, and we don't have to pull each other out. And we have that teamwork and support work so that we can work smarter, not harder with each other. So if you guys want to put, what do you get recognition for? What puts you into flow state? These are all little clues to help you discover your superpower if you don't know your superpower. And one of the things is I always say, what's owl's superpower? And people would say, well, flying. And what's fish's superpower? Oh, swimming. And then I say to them, well, what's your superpower? And like blank. And I'm like, could you name every animal's superpower in the world, but you don't know your own superpower? And there lies the problem. We teach everything to children about their outer world, even us as teachers and educators and parents, and we don't know what our gifts and jewels and gems are. So this is super important. So if you want to add that to help you, if you don't know your superpower, these are all good questions to help you figure that out. Now, since Emmett's not here, what would be your big message? Could you guys all put the big message that you think you guys have in your heart? What's the big message through all of this? Or what do you think your big why is? If you could put that into the chat. And if somebody wants to share on behalf of Emmett, maybe Sylvia, if somebody wants to put their hand up and participate with us, that would be awesome. Anybody's willing?
I think we're still clear right now.
Nobody's.
I could share. So
The question, sorry, what was the specific question?
What would be your big message? What would your big message be? So when I do the compass cards, I say, you know, what is your lesson for life? What's one thing, if you had only one thing to teach and tell others about in the world, what would be the most important thing you want to say out to the world?
we're getting a lot of replies actually in the chat. We have.
I'll speak out loud.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I'll speak out loud. I like talking. I always like giving other people opportunity too, but so my message, especially with dog, is represents unconditional love, and my message is peace begins with me. So it's unconditional love for myself, forgiveness for myself when I don't achieve something, or for the past things that I've done. So the one thing that I would teach anybody and everybody, which I do a lot of, is peace begins with me through breath and meditation, going within and really discovering the silence and the stillness of the magic essence that's in me. So the greatest version of myself inside through silence.
I love that. And Joshua is very good at leading meditations. He's very good at bringing calm and excitement, right? So, but he's very good at grounding. So that's one of his superpowers. So again, if you can connect what your big message is, it helps you understand what your superpower is as well, if that makes any sense to everybody. Yeah, perfect. Thank you. So what we did right now with everybody is about reflecting, right? What is the star hero journey? The star hero journey is you show up as your little inner, your hero, right? And you don't lead with your villain or victim. Now, we honor our victim and villain, right? We give it time and love and compassion, but we don't want to lead others in that, right? We want to lead with our hero. And the other thing is we want to know where we're going. Begin with the end in mind. Where's our North Star, right? And what's the roadmap to get there so that we're not pulled off in 50,000 directions? Because if we don't know where we're going, any place will do, right? So one thing that I've created, and I wanted just to go back into this, is one thing I'm really good at, my superpowers, is coming up with methods, models. So when you come into the program, you'll have the newsletters, you'll have objectives, you'll have lesson plans, and my little characters that I lead with are ant, bear, cat, dog, elephant, and fox. Why? Because ant teaches us through association that our attitude creates our altitude, right? And they are very self-motivated and self-disciplined. Bear is about our behaviors, becoming the best that we can be. Cat teaches us about choices, right? Every choice. Is this going to make our life better, worse, or the same? And cat is curious, right? If I make this choice, what's going to happen, and follows that through. Dog is about digging deep, right? Discovering your diamonds within. Ellie, the elephant, teaches us energy in motion, understanding and managing our many emotions. And then Fox teaches us to think about our future self. So again, beginning with that end in mind. And so if you think about it, if you teach children these associations, these concepts that are hard, but you associate them with these animals all year long, they are compass points on how to show up and become our best self. So I've spent a lot of time developing that stuff so that, again, I want to share that with others. And so because I'm in Ontario and I'm in kindergarten, our 4 quadrants are belonging and contribution, problem solving and innovation, self-regulation and well-being, and demonstrating literacy, so through storytelling, and math through understanding money and financial literacy. So these are the quadrants that, to me, even though I'm doing them in kindergarten, they are expansive around the world and they relate to everybody. So the program has support all those areas for expectations as well. So these are our classroom quests. Our destination is our North Star, the staircase to success, increased confidence, self-esteem. These are our outcomes, the heart of teaching as the art of teaching. So we've got, we go up the vibrational scale. I was able to work in Genius U with Sandy Herrera, and she created this really lovely diagram that shows how she takes staff all the way, and schools, from being a fear-based culture to a reactive-based culture to competitive to innovative. Where's the other one here? I can't see it. And then to collaborative culture, and then greater purpose culture. And so what I did is I took her concepts and built it into our program as well. So faith, we do attitudes, virtues, values, beliefs, behaviors, choices, discover your diamond, energy and emotion, and future leaders, which leads to our hero action. And here's our little monster. He's going from like a reactive based culture into fear to calm, and ultimately his hero and his greater purpose culture. And so you'll see as we go through the program, children shift and the school shifts through this assembly program as well, and our greater consciousness expands. So it's a really cool diagram, and we use the animals through association to get there. So these are some examples that Joshua, our super artist brain, created. He created this little scared monster who can go from anxiety to calm. And then our little Star Hero Academy, little advocate who's in her hero self.
And I want to say also too, just like dynamic duos, not only am I yours, Priscilla right there is on the other screen, and she actually co-created that and actually did a lot of the girl ones. So dynamic duos is super important here, and we always have somebody, so you're never left alone. So that's super important.
Absolutely. And I love that you brought that in, Joshua, because that's what brings the magic, right? We don't have to go at it alone, and everybody gets to lead. So here's some of the strategies that I use. I'm not going to go through all that, but I am a teacher, the decisive element in the classroom. I either bring the calm or the chaos. So I go through, and this is Kindergarten Masterclass, and these are some of the little character posters that I've created to help children self-actualize this in the program. So again, it's just, these are my treasure box for learning, discover your diamonds within, everything at a glance. And this is also your hero's journey, your future self, way and why. So you can see here, we've got the Kindergarten Masterclass timetable, the visual aids at a glance. We've got the quest on how each animal, there's Joshua, he created his awesome little avatar. And there's my little alter ego avatar in her superhero self. And then we've got ant, bear, cat, dog, elephant, and fox taking you on your hero's journey and quest. And then we have student success hacks. So I'm going to do something really quick with you guys. If you had one tool in the world that you could bring into a classroom, what would be that one tool? So I always say, if you were a plumber, it would be a wrench. If you were a hairdresser, it would be scissors. If you were a carpenter, it would be a hammer, right? If you were a doctor, a stethoscope. For me, my one tool that I would never enter Masterclass without, I want to share that, is my bell. It reduces me from speaking all the time. My children with that are sensitive to noise, as soon as they hear it, they calm, their nervous system calms down. I don't have to use it. Sound resonates with my students. I get anxiety myself if I don't have my bell. And that's the one tool I would say every teacher on the planet, every parent should have in their house to help children find that calm and peace and rest break in their day. So if you guys want to put, what would be your one tool that you would bring for student, home, parent success? What would that one tool be? Sylvia, what would your one tool be?
My one tool would be my snack pack. So I have a little purple backpack that I use, and I also give to people to carry their snacks because I believe in gut health being the driving force for all, energy and creativity. So I carry a snack, always good healthy food choices in my backpack, and that way we can promote healthy 3 brains.
Awesome. James, what would yours be?
Mine would be a sound bowl. Because when I've used a sound bowl before with the students, fascination runs across their face. They stop and they listen and they inquire, what is that? So that's parallel to your bell, and sound bowls have different tones and frequencies as well. So that would be my tool.
Excellent. Do you guys want to unchat? Because I would love to hear these in the chat. And I'm going to try to wrap it up shortly because I know, oh gosh, this went by so fast. We're already at 12. I want to honor everybody's time. But anybody else want to reveal?
Crystals, but sound with crystals as well. It may be crystal bowl, but crystals, absolutely. Changes the vibration and everything.
I've got my crystal here too. I've got my amethyst. Yes, I love that. Thank you. What else? Anybody else want to share?
Yeah, I would say like a notebook and markers, because then I have any opportunity to grasp the golden nuggets, to grasp like any messages or anything I want to share and communicate through those tools, which is what I'm kind of doing right now with my notebook and some markers. Of course, I learned this beautiful tool and trick from my dynamic duo Joshua as well. Lots of inspiration there.
Awesome.
I was going to say the same thing as you, so thank you for saying it for us both.
I got my dream catcher here in my toolkit because, again, dreams and imagination help us recreate the world that we want. Anybody else? Maybe one more? No? Cam, what would your tool be? See there?
I don't know if kind of touch base on what Simon said. If I can bring myself as my best tool, and kind of goes with Sylvia as well, like the machine of my body, right? If I can bring my best self to the classroom, I think that's the best tool that I can utilize and help bring others bring their best selves as well. So it's kind of touched on Sylvia and Simon and Joshua too. Like, you know what, I just want to touch base with Joshua. He's taught me some beautiful things, and one thing is about failing, right, and not giving up. And then the whole mentorship program with what Tammy brings with the Flying V, and giving everyone their time and space and helping each other build and grow. Like, it's amazing. We all fail, but we all kind of persevere. And then Simon's a great example of bringing it all together, and Tammy bringing it all together, like it's beautiful teachings. And just thanks for letting me share and be here. It's awesome. Always a pleasure.
I thank you. And I'm going to give you your tool because you have to actually put something. I love that it's yourself, but you have to put something in the toolbox that you can hold. And I know, Cameron, you brought in the breath work with the feather, and you did a beautiful presentation with the teaching and training Simon's staff last year. So I'm going to bring that feather in for you.
I had something sitting around, a couple things sitting around. I was like, what do I pick? I have a chessboard sitting around here, and I have one of these, like, I don't know, vortex little water things. And I was like, what do I pick? But you know what? Recently, I've been working a lot with the chessboard, even kind of with that. So it's like, you know what? We're all playing a game, and it's like being the authors of our own stories. So maybe I'll pick a chess piece because one's around here.
I love it. Yes. The king, right? Because the king or the queen is like, I love that. And there's a movie called with Cuba Gooding Jr. called My Life as King. It's a powerful true story. And he connected with these really challenging kids from, you know, tough lives. And he connected with them through the chessboard. And Cameron and I had a beautiful conversation around that. So I love that. And you guys, if you get a chance to watch it, you should. So that's amazing. Thank you, Cameron. Okay, so what is, so here's the hero's journey we take you through. We help you bring your, get your compass card done, your brilliant box, your story deck. We look at creating your classroom community, the I am, we are, and the Beatitudes. We help you with master teachers, your way and why, the compass points, all these maps to get there. At the end of the day, it becomes your star is one health, one world is our goal. And then here's the opportunity, what we're looking at to doing. The Hero Intelligence training would be once a month, 2 calls. And you get the whole program, and that's, I'm just giving the foundation-based program to get certified. But the opportunity for everybody else is if you wanted to become part of our membership, you wanted to do just do the Hero Intelligence level 1, you wanted to sign up for an accountability partner, you want to be a coach where you show up as coaching someone else, or you want to be a leader in our community and what future opportunities are. We don't have all those details figured out yet. We want to bring everybody around the table and you guys help us decide what could we do as these beautiful leaders, skilled professionals who have so much knowledge and wisdom, and what could be our guide and pathway to doing that together collectively. So the certification, educators, parents, teachers, your wheelhouse, your compass card, your guide, your pathway, your toolkit. I'm going to just go through this. I've already shared this with you guys. Oliver is our dream builder, and there's Little Monster. This is an example of kindergarten masterclass where we're out in nature, we're grounding, and we're teaching children to be calm and still. So our whole thing is listen, learn, lead. And this is Hannah leading.
This is heartwarming, seeing how good they're listening to each other.
They want to lead and they love showing up for each other that way. So again, I teach them, you have to first be still so you can, you know, educate, elevate, and then empower them. So this is my mentorship program. So you can see these are an older group of kids that are doing a demonstration, and then later on they work with the kindergarten students. So you can see the behavior. There is no behavior there. And there's a lot of kids in that gym. But I'm not dealing with behavior because they all want to listen and lead and do this. And the leadership that shows up for these kids is absolutely incredible. It's like we're at an Olympics camp. Like, I don't have behaviors at all. And it allows the older kids to share what they're good at in mentorship with one another. It's not very long. I'll let you see it. But you can still see they're not even wiggling. They know how to bring the calm and the stillness, which is why it makes it easy to empower other kids in the school to lead. And I think we had 3 classes here and they are not moving. And I have behaviorals in there. You wouldn't be able to see who the behavioral, the special needs, anything is. This is where the magic is. And if you've got attention span like this, you can teach them anything. How many kids there are? I could put 3 classes of kindergarten children in one gym and get the same results. It's magic. So let's play. My spirit animal, we'll do around the table. We'll end with this, is the goose. And I go with the V method because it represents peace begins with me. When we work in collaboration, we conserve 70% of our energy with the V method, with the flying V formation. No goose left behind. So every child, right, is supported when you look to geese and what they do. They will never leave one goose behind. There's always one goose that will go back and stay with that goose until they die or they're ready to come back into the V formation. And the other thing I love about the V method is everybody takes turns in leadership. There is no king or queen. It's not like the round table. Everybody's a leader. And when we need a rest break, we go to the back and somebody else leads in their strength and genius and superpowers. So that's why I picked my spirit animal as the geese and the goose to lead with. So what's your spirit animal, Joshua? You already mentioned it.
Actually, Joshua had to get back in. You're still
I
here.
just came back.
Oh,
so
good.
I'm at school right now, and I was just playing, and I heard some stuff outside for support, and I just stepped back in. So, yeah, mine is dog. So mine is peace begins with me, and that was transformation in my life. Is when I realized everything magic was inside, from the stillness and silence, allowed me to discover it all, and now it's grown so much from there.
Awesome. And Sylvia, your spirit animals, you've got 3.
Well, that's a long story, but the first one that came to me was the rabbit or the bunny for creativity. And I do also want to mention the creativity also sparked me with camps and summer camps. I've run a couple of STEM camps locally here, and I've also ran a virtual Stardust camp here with the team. So one of the things becoming a Hero Intelligence teacher means is when you are certified, we will be able to give or offer you opportunities to lead and facilitate those camps. So whenever there's a spring break or a winter break or summer break, we'll be offering these and then being able to work directly with you to create and deliver those projects, as well as many others that you might want to deliver on your own. We will also support you there. So that's another benefit of becoming one of our first off ever launched Hero Intelligence teachers.
And can I just say, Sylvia's son, Ben, was part of the Young Entrepreneur Academy with Genius U. Out of 150 students that joined, he was #1. So that's how I met Sylvia too. She is an amazing superhero as supporting and advocating her kids. Simon, your spirit animal was?
My spirit animal is the wolf. And the wolf represents a community and this sense of strength and communal evolution is what came to me. And I think that's what I've been working on for a very, very long time without fully realizing it. This idea of bringing communities together and evolving the way we do things, and not allowing stagnant forms of, education or the status quo to prevent us from evolving.
Awesome. Thank you. And it suits you so well. And I'm going to speak for Amit. His was tiger. It was so awesome. So if you guys know your spirit animal, you can add it. So here, Sylvia's just going to give you a quick at a glance because we're pretty much wrapping up to the end, and then we can go into conversations and questions that you guys might have and open it up to everyone. So thank you for being so patient and listening. And I know we did go over. So Sylvia, do you just want to share that we'll have our website ready in maybe few days?
Yeah, so I would say Monday, we will have our website ready, and that will be where you can go to enter and explore, see what's happening there, see where we can go, especially staying in touch with us. So we'll have to have you make sure you have your email address with us so we can let you know what's the progress. We really want you to be part of the early launch of this program, to be able to bring it to your classrooms, whatever type of class classroom that may be, whether there's walls or no walls, whether it's virtual, all of that. As you saw, the program is a monthly fee, so it is going to be able to get you a list of many things, including 2 live calls every month with Tammy, weekly, daily content. So you don't have to worry about it. You just need to, get into flow with all the other teachers and coaches in the group. And so we keep in touch through, a platform. We actually use a platform called MyQuest, and it's a really cool, functioning, easy to use software that will take you mission by mission, quest by quest, and congratulate you as you make progress. It allows you to communicate with the whole group. And all of that will be available in details. We already sent you a sneak peek of what it will be, but we will have a web page for it. So that way you can go in and click on join Masterclass, and then you can then from there participate and enter into that Quest world. So we are excited to have you. And maybe, Tammy, is this a good time to ask for questions?
Yeah, perfect. Does anybody have any questions? Because we're pretty much wrapped up here. This is the end of this conversation. If you guys want to ask questions, put them in the chat. Just unmute yourself. That would be great. Or just raise your hand. Give us feedback.
I have a question. By what date do participants need to register to partake in the program?
So the project, or the whole teaching training will begin September 1st. So if you register by the end of August, then you won't be missing a thing.
Great question, Anne-Marie. And we've also got Simon's 2 schools that are going to be starting and helping us lead that journey, as well as Joshua and as well as myself, because I'm going to be doing and delivering Kindergarten Masterclass in 3 classrooms this year as well. So the opportunity is for you guys to join us on that journey and to bring anybody else you would want to, so that you can actualize the concepts, join in the mastermind calls and conversations, and grow in community in what your pathway, purpose, and passion is. So, and we know you guys are leaders, so we want to show up as think of ways that you guys can participate as well as contribute. Anybody else?
And it's also really cool to see that all of Tammy's Disney World of tools and tricks really being, looking stunning and interesting as always. As you saw some of the samples that Tammy's already created, but she's organized them. So you'll actually have every single day actual sheet you can print out. You can have them in a PDF available to you. They're all going to be accessible for you to download, so you can keep on reusing them. And I think the most important thing is that they're simple. So it's the same template, but the content inside just keeps changing, so that as teachers, you're already as busy as you are, you don't have to worry about learning something new every single week. You're just repeating the same process, but with different content, and the content is already provided to you. So for example, videos that would be useful to show, or books that are useful to read, they're already there. So it really takes the guessing game out, and you can really focus on the students.
If anything's coming to mind, if you guys want to share ideas as you were listening to this, this would be a really awesome opportunity for you guys to give us some feedback or share your ideas. Because again, this is a mastermind call, and I didn't want to, be the main speaker, but I kind of had to lead the way. And then we look at sharing the roles and the leaderships and the ideas now too, because we wanted to record this to be able to share it and give it to others who weren't able to attend today. So if you guys have ideas that came up, that would be awesome.
Tammy, I just want to say hello to everybody, and thank you so much, darling. This has been incredible. I just see so much evolving with the Star Hero Academy, and I love you guys. I think you're all amazing. I think this is so needed. It's so crucially important that we find a different way to educate our children, give them the support and the resources and the tools that are going to help them. And, it's just pure magic. And I think that, I think that everybody will agree that this presentation has just brought to life exactly what your vision and dream has been for so long. I know it's been a heart mission for you, and it's contagious to see your energy and the love you have for children. So I applaud you all, and I'm really proud of you, and I'm really excited about working with you as well, and seeing what we can make possible as well within the Anua world, because I know that you and I have come together, and everyone's played a part within this, what we're creating, and I just love all that you stand for, and excited to be working with you and growing this community, because it's about collaborating with others, linking arms together, and how we can all play a part. It's a big world, a big problem we're solving here, and we all need to be really mindful of how we're going to do this. And yeah, you're right, coming together and brainstorming ideas. We don't all have the answers, but what we can do is we can all share our input and support each other and get behind this, and see the progress that can develop, and the lives that we can impact and change. So again, thank you so much, my darling.
Karina, you were one of the founders. You helped build this community, and we are still in partnership and unity. And Karina is my soul sister all the way in Ireland. And so Ireland is so near and dear to me. I absolutely love it. And we're always in conversation, her and I, almost every day. So her work is very important, and what she's doing is extraordinary too. If you want to share the website of Anua Global, Karina, in the chat, that would be awesome too, so people can see what you're doing in the magic. And if everybody wants to share your information and your websites, do that as well too, please, so that you guys can connect with one another. Anybody else want to share anything?
May I chime in here, Tammy? So Karina, I completely resonated with every word that you said. And, the main theme here I'm seeing is respect and love. And that's what we need more of. Everybody needs to be their authentic self and that expression, and this will only guide that and nurture that in these times that we're living in. So I'm excited. My whole existence is changing. I focused on children for a long time. Holistic workshops, March break, holistic everything, because I'm a nutritionist, I'm a yoga teacher, I life coach, and I'm also very spiritual. And I do soul readings. I'm very empathic, I'm very connected. And so I started to do the regular things of nutrition and good thoughts and treating people well and respect. And it's kind of come full circle to parenting and helping people understand the sensitivities of kids now, and nurturing that and empowering that. And this there's going to be a lot more open kids coming through, especially when we give them the love and the attention and the expression that they need. It's just, if this feels so good. Thank you for including me, Tammy.
Karen, you are a powerhouse. And you know what? If you can see her website, the work she does, it's phenomenal. Please share your link. And if you guys, I love that you're starting to unmic and share who you are and what you're all about, because this is an opportunity for you guys to connect with one another too. If you don't have to get off the Zoom quickly, let's take this opportunity to introduce you guys and share who you are, because I talked enough and I want you guys to connect with your hearts now too, and where you are in the world.
Oh, I'm in the GTA, near Toronto, Ontario. I live in the same town as Simon.
And James is your dynamic duo.
Yes. Karen and I do some work together. We make a great team, and we're parallel with our intention and our vibration, and very passionate about bringing out the true, powerful spirit within the children, so that they can create this beautiful new world that we all deserve.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Jamie.
Yes.
I just going over the clips that you were showing with the class, which were awesome. A lot of information packed in them as well. But I saw like a color scheme, like a color pyramid, I think with frequency and vibration. And I don't know if you're doing this already, but I envisioned as the kids were sitting there peacefully, just testing their own vibration. And we can do that through muscle testing. So that might be something that, I don't know if you guys are doing already, but when you're having the kids there talking about this by testing their own vibration, seeing what level they're at, right? And how to raise it or how to keep it, you know, but just throwing these little kind of actual connecting that mind, body, and heart activities, right?
I love that, Cam, and that's what we're actually looking at doing, is creating a library where all of you guys, coaches, mentors, teachers, educators, can add to the library so that everybody can leverage that stuff. And you guys can access one another and use those tips and strategies. And James is really good at that. He was doing muscle testing with me. Too. So I love that we could bring those things. We could bring Reiki into the classroom, energy healing, crystals. You guys are such a diet, and this is a global group right now. We are having people from all around the world join this conversation. So if we have, and we have so much to offer collectively. So anybody else want to share?
I just want to say thank you for putting this together.
Okay.
Can everyone hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Welcome,
Yes.
welcome.
I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to be here today, and thank you very much, Tammy, for inviting me. I'm calling all the way from Estonia, Northern Europe, and I love what you guys do here. And then Tammy, I've been connected with her for a very long time, and I'm a coach and also a speaker. So I believe 80% of the youths, you know, are our future. And then also, with that being said, teaching these young kids at a young age, trying to program them at a young age whereby they can grow up to be a superhero, knowing that they're enough. Because us adults, we're struggling right now with what we call fear, doubt, and worries in our head every single day. But when we started teaching these kids at a young age, whereby they can be, you know, there's no fear in them, there's no worries in them, you know, they were not scared of failures. This is amazing. And I have a beautiful boy not long ago, 3 months, and I'm so happy, you know, teaching him at a young age, you know, and I'm just so grateful to be part of this type of movement, whereby we're going to start teaching kids at a young age to be superheroes in society and not be part of where this society we are of fearing a lot of things and then have so many doubt when we want to do things. We're scared to take that risks. So I'm so happy to be part of this type of community, and thank you very much.
Thank you. And Estonia is where Vision Lakani's Mind Valley retreats have been. So I said, oh my goodness, all across the other part of the world, how amazing to have you join us today and bringing your beautiful son and newborn baby with us is just beautiful energy. Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, beautiful soul sister Tammy. I'm Anne-Marie Collette, and I am from Shediac, New Brunswick. I am so emotional right now. There's so much that I would like to share, but first of all, Tammy, thank you so much for having the vision, but not only having the vision, but holding the vision. Tammy and I met, it's about 7 years ago, because I was also a contributing author to the book that she's mentioned, Dreaming Big, Being Bold. And she welcomed me into her heart and her home. We came together as two strangers, but as soon as we connected, we were like these two soul sisters who were reuniting. And I am so grateful for the team that we are bringing this to the forefront, because the time has arrived. I have goosebumps right now running all over with excitement, such excitement for the children and how we will be able to support them, and the adult teachers and educators. Like Tammy, I have over 25 years in education, not only as a classroom teacher, but I did administration, and I quit education before my retirement age because I desired to bring peace into the classrooms. And when I see the revelation that came to Tammy, that her whole program is about ushering greater peace, starting with self, so that it can go outward. I am so grateful. And I lost my husband 3 years ago, and how we met, it was through our work of peace education. We met later in our life. And I really feel Bob's presence is so much here. And Tammy, thank you for the whole team. I could go on, but thank you. And I am part of this team, and I am so happy to be here. And I'm looking forward to how this will all unfold. I know so beautifully. I work as a life coach and also as a speaker. So I am so looking forward to promote this program, and so that it can reach to all hearts around the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You made me cry. Thanks, Anne-Marie. Yeah, it's amazing, our story. But Anne-Marie was one of the speakers with Deepak Chopra on the stage. Like, she wrote this whole thing, and her speech was around peace education and bringing that into the schools and into the world, around the world. And it was crazy. Like, so many of us, I really truly believe that we've connected on another plane, and we've all come down to meet and gather here today. And these are why these connections and immediate, our hearts and souls just are electrified when we see and meet one another and come together, because we know we're part of this purpose and passion, and we know we're here to do and serve. So thank you for being here, Anne-Marie. That was beautiful. And Lisa, is Lisa here? Because you brought Lisa on, or she had to go?
Lisa had to leave. She had something else. And I also have to leave very soon. So I'll say my bye, and until we meet again.
Awesome. Thank you. Anybody else want to share? And please put your contact information in the chat too, please, so you guys can share and connect at a heart level, because I'm sure you guys are meant to meet one another as well. Or do we want to wrap it up? If anybody would like to share, I'd love for you guys to have the opportunity to just unmute and say something. Otherwise we will. Oh, Sharon, hi, my bestie, my bestie sister, Michael Doyle. Michael Doyle's energy's in the house, and the love is in the house with him. Yeah. And you bring also Renata's, my soul sister,
yes,
Renata's
it's all
energy
kinds of energy. But so I only found out about this call this morning and on it, but here lately I've been asked a lot about, do you do meditation for children? Do you do Reiki for children? Do you do workshops with children? And so it's been coming into my awareness, and I have clients who work with children who would benefit from this training. So I'm just, writing down all these notes, and I'm like a sponge taking everything in, and it's all so beautiful. I really don't know how I'm going to proceed with it all, but it doesn't matter. It's however I'm going to bring it to somebody else. I'm going to use it in some way, and I was just meant to be on the call, but I just love everything you're doing, and it was so much information. So I did give my email address to receive the recording, so I'll probably
Sharon,
go back and watch it again.
Such a beautiful light, and Michael is such a dear friend, and that magic happened with him and I. He was my bestie right from the beginning, and that's it. We don't need to know where this is all going. We're just bringing the energy and the magic and allowing things to just unfold. And I'm not pretending to know the answers, right? We will figure this out as we go and grow together. So thank you for showing up and being here.
Thank you.
And excited to see where it's going to go.
All right. Well, I got to. So it was nice meeting everybody, and
Thank
I'm
you,
sure we'll be in
Sharon.
touch soon, Tammy. Bye. Thank you.
I'm taking off too. So thank you very much, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you for being here.
For having me.
Wonderful. That wasn't too bad, right?
We had a great turnout.
Yeah, 12, an hour and a half. So we did good.
We did.
You want to end the recording?
Oh, actually, I'm going to ask Priscilla to take care of that. I'm not sure if she's there. She might have stepped away.
Okay, do you want to close off and then we'll come back?
Okay.
Okay.